Welcome to Free From Sin channel. My name's Michael Strachan, and I'm with my brother from another mother. Introduce yourself, Quintavious.
I'm Quintavious. People call me Quinn or Q. That's me. I'm 30 years old. That's me. Should I tell them like me?
Yeah, we thought we'd do a little video for everyone just to sort of share our testimonies and just to explain our experiences with that we've had with our Heavenly Father, and how wonderful it is to know that we have a Creator that loves us and cares for us and has shown us through our experiences together. That validates his existence, and we have got purpose. We are here for a reason. We are here to help others and uplift, and to have friendship and to have a family. And it's all sort of been done in a way which has been quite challenging, especially for us in our lives. And like how we met was amazing as well, because we met in the spiritual group. It was during the pandemic, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was during the pandemic. 2019 or 2021?
Yeah, 2000 must have been 21. Yeah, 20 or 21, and then we just kind of strangely met through I think a post about our hands or something, and we always spoke about I think when we initially, I never really thought anything about a pattern on my hand or anything like that, and then it was just, I was learning so many different concepts and different spiritual aspects of from different people's experience. And this was quite interesting because I'd never really looked at my hand, and then it just shows that how God works. He just puts people together in weird circumstances, and then it kind of just went from there, really. I was really interested in, I was like, there's someone else that I can talk to about, how I'm feeling, that doesn't judge me. And I was interested because I felt your energy was different to a lot of people. And it was cool when we first started speaking, because I was sick then, wasn't I, right? Was I sick at that point?
Yep.
So literally God sent me Quinn to save my life, because I was kind of going down the wrong route. Kind of believe that God's always had a plan for us, and he just shows us the discernment of the good and bad reality that we choose, and that God shows us the reality of if we live our lives for our own imaginations, our own power, and then if we live our lives through God's will, the difference between the two. And I mean, what was your sort of like spiritual experience originally anyway? What was the thing that showed you that this reality wasn't what it seemed, or that we had a God? Or what was your initial upbringing like in terms of learning about God? Like, what was you taught when you was young?
Okay, I was raised Baptist, so I was taught about Jesus and God and the devil. But what really changed my perspective was a car accident I had when I was 6 years old. So my mom was driving the car, and then she swerved. I flew and I hit the windshield. I woke up and I saw my mom. Well, I remember she said more than after that, I remember waking up and being in the stretcher. And the people during the blackout, my family used to get mad at me because after that accident, I usually always did this, looking at my hands, like, and I'd say, "Are these really my hands?"
Yeah. That
And I'd
seems
say
so
something
strange.
like, yeah, and I'd say something like, "Am I really in my body, or is this someone else's body?" I kept saying that. My family didn't like it, but
How old was you,
after
Quinn? Again?
6.
6.
Mhm.
Do you remember it vividly as well? Do you remember how it happened?
Yep.
And
Mhm.
yeah,
I
it's
do.
crazy. It's funny how we remember things so far back, especially stuff like that. It's funny that we've all had car crashes as well. Did you see it? Do you remember how it felt when the car, like, did it feel like slow motion? Did it feel like do you remember even to that extent? Or
It felt like a roller coaster. You know how
yeah,
like it jerks you? That's all I
yeah.
remember. The jerking motion, and then like a tumbling motion, like when you do a cartwheel or something. Your
Mhm.
head just feels like it's wrong.
How did that affect your childhood? Like, did obviously you weren't to know anything different, but
Mm.
now looking back, how do you think that are you at peace with why that happened now, and you understand why it
Oh yeah,
happened? And
yeah. I used to be really angry about it because it the crash ripped my mouth open. So I had like this scar like all up here like Joker, all the way
mm,
up the side of my face, and then I had like ripped skin from here all the way over here, like Two Face.
mm,
But I lost a lot of friends. It happened when I was in second grade, and then it's like I lost all my friends. I couldn't play with anybody. Everybody said I had cooties. And I was just really lonely. I was just really lonely. But I think that was good because now I understand that I was set apart to be different on purpose.
mm,
Now I'm at peace. It's a really good feeling. Because now I understand folks easy. People ask me all the time, "How come you know this about me?" I'm like, "I just watched. I just saw how you acted. That's what that means." It's like if you, for example, like if people have like white shoes and they're like dirty, it means
mm,
that they um, aren't very what would you call it, financially stable or something. Because
mm,
I don't know, just something about white shoes and them being dirty and not clean all the time just shows a poverty issue or something like that. And
mm,
also, if you have a suit on, if you wear a suit and if you talk to somebody and when they ask you what's your story, and the first thing you say is my stepfather or my mother, then that means
mm,
your dad is dead. Usually, what that means. It means either he's dead or you never met him. So
mm.
things like that are things I picked up as I grew up and I started to understand people more and their similarities or their
Mm.
tale, things you can tell about somebody.
But it's very frustrating to get to that for me to because of our lives, and we being like a child of God is a difficult, it's challenge because like we we was having a chat just before before we jumped on here about being refined through fire, and you have to have I don't know, everyone, God shows us, he uses everyone a different way and to show us all different lessons, and how we both, I suppose that I was always looking for someone like you, Quinn, someone that I could relate to, can share our experiences, because we went through life kind of like trying to help everyone, and to our own fault, to our own, literally to our own detriment, like to the point where we cared more about how everyone else felt rather than our own, our own selves. And because of the programming, it's not our parent, it's not our parents' fault. Like how it happened. Like everything happens for a reason. I believe. I mean, how God has shown us for our families. Our families are our biggest challenges, and we've been able to, just be like a. I don't know. Me and Quinn see things very simple, where we know how to treat each other. We don't. We know we're not perfect. So we never claim to be perfect. We're both sinners. We both sin. We've both done divination. We've both done things that we thought were maybe beneficial to us or good for us, but we've always known that we always wanted to do the right thing. We just had to make mistakes to have more spiritual understanding. So it's not about just being right all the time or expressing yourself in leading by emotions. It's more about your inner peace and how you treat others, working together. As it says in the Bible, we're all the body of Christ, and we're all different functions. So we're not all the same. We have to stop comparing ourselves to everyone else and just start being more compassionate and kind. And that's how our relationship's been through. We've known each other through being online. Quinn lives in America, I live in the UK. There's no possibility you can't be random how we know each other, how we both live similar lives, but slight variations where we have a different understanding about certain different spiritual aspects based off our experiences. And when we work together, we learn so much. And that's what God's trying to do. He's put everyone around the world, separated us all, and now he's bringing us all back together slowly. And everything that we've suffered and sacrificed and gone through in the past is now, he's going to transmute it all and give us show us the difference of having God in your life. And that's our testimony, really, like how we know each other, how we've learned the Bible, things that the testimonies that we've shared with each other, things that we've experienced, or tell us more about your spiritual experience, things that made you feel, differently to everyone, and things that no one else would ever explain to you, or you couldn't talk to anyone about it. What was the kind of start of things where you started to understand more spiritually about the world? Quinn's an avid reader. He used to absorb because of your accent. Why you read a lot? Like, what was that? The catalyst for reading. Gaining knowledge. And that's another thing which Quinn can share about his experience with learning all the different religions, reading everything. He's absorbed all of the information.